Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome inside the Apple Dome for this Nova Scotia U15 major matchup between the visiting Dartmouth Whalers and your Bage Valley Wildcats. Beautiful Sunday afternoon, fall day here in the Valley. Best time of the year here in the Valley. So starting goaltenders first for the Whalers, number 29, Lydia Higgs. And in the net for the Wildcats this afternoon, in his first season, number 1, Jonah Harvey. My name is Matt Dudelay for High Button Sports. We thank you for tuning in as we get ready for puck drop here. Just about underway. We'll get in a little tighter there for you. Looks like it's going to be Jackson LaRue and Grady Rolls on the faceoff. The puck is down the first 15 minutes on the board, and it's the Wildcats getting first touch here. Howard dodging a hit. LaRue able to get that puck, and he's going to send it in deep. Back for it. He is number 15. Sorry, that's 16. 15 is Greeno. Chipped off the wall. Dartmouth obviously will be wearing their blue jerseys with the white and green trim, and the Valley in their classic reds. Chipped up through the middle of the ice now. It's going to get onto the stick of McKay. Johnson, he's going to fire that in. Dump in Harvey. Quick whistle from the official there as Dartmouth heading for a change. We're going to have our first stoppage of play here as the faceoff's going to come to the right side of the rookie netminder, Jonah Harvey. Another full day of action here across the High Button Sports platforms. Back down low through the middle of the ice. That was McDonald. It's now the Wildcats captain. Hunter Martin. That puck moves it back to the point. Debo fires a shot towards the goal. Didn't quite make it there. A little exchange down there as McDougall and Debo tangle up. Debo, nice little move as he gets past the first defender, but that's as far as he'll get. That's rimmed around to the far side now. McLaughlin trying to find that puck, but it's chipped. Good hit over there on the wall. As Andy Chip lost his strap on the helmet. Press here from the Wildcats. Now as Debo will partner it across for Captain Greeno. He's wearing an A here in the home jersey, so obviously some visitor and home letters that I was unaware of. Didn't do my homework now as that's going to be sent the length of the ice, and that's going to be our first icing of the game. We'll head back down to the Whalers zone. Left to Lydia Higgs. 3 female goaltenders in the U15 Boys League this year. Love to see that. Girls' numbers hit record high this year in Hockey Canada. Also love to see that. Well, face-off won cleanly. Shot there was blocked away by Higgs. Rebound comes loose as they battle for it on the half wall. Chipped up the wall. Sear looking for it. Now it's McLaughlin. He's just going to fire that in deep. Lonergan in there on the forecheck, as well as Tommy Ferguson, returning player here for the Wildcats. Pinned up against the wall now. Chip through the middle of the ice, almost turned over. There was Bruce, but now it's Sear. Chips it by, can't get by the defender McLaughlin, and that puck's going to go back down in deep. Back for it, Kostopoulos. That one's going to make its way out into the neutral zone area. Fowler partners it across. Stretch pass up the left side. That's going to miss everybody, but it will get down onto the goaltender, or near anyways. It's not going to be picked up by Mason Wakeham. Returning forward here for the Whalers. Wakeham in over the line. Tries to get around Keating. Switches sides. Outlet pass, not going to find anybody. That's going to go the length of the ice here, and that is going to be an icing charge to the Wildcats. So we'll flip it back around. The first U15 major game of the season. So it looks like they either just weren't going to change the lineup on the faceoff, or they can't, unaware of the rules once again here, but it won't take me long to figure that out. So McKay now going to work behind his own net. He's got Tanner Danton on him, who leans into him and finishes his check. Chip back down low. Cross ice pass. Lonergan had that bounce off the stick now. So that's going to be picked up by Cason Norton-Connors. He's been on the stream a few times. Knows his old man pretty well. Good to see him make the jump this season. Rolls now in over the line. He's going to carry. Waiting for recruits. Centering pass there. Good job by Callum McDonald to get back and help out defensively. So the puck's going to work its way back up to Diebel at the point. Diebel shot there, was tipped along the way. Didn't quite make its way to the net. Now as Rolls picks it up. Back to Diebel once again. Diebel quickly fires it in the corner. Norton-Connors all the way around to the far side. That one will get by the defender at the blue line as it gets partnered across. Diebel returns the favor. Across there for Bartow Kelly. He's going to work it back over now as Robichaud picks it up here in his defensive zone. Looks up, sees Diebel, who switched spots there. Real good communication from the Wildcats there as that stretch pass right on the tape. Back the other way, Martin walks in. Shot there, puck's laying at the side of the goal. Higgs diving, and she'll get a piece of that. Keep that away from the net front area. Back to the point, shot there, that was blocked. Looking for the stretch pass, nice feed, in all alone, and he just missed it. So that's going to roll down onto Harvey. And that was almost a clear-cut breakaway there for Jax Mosier. So puck just rolled away from him, and you know what? He's going to go over and give LaRue a tap. As much as you're upset about missing that pass, it's nice to see you go up to your teammate and give him a tap, or good heads up there, good try. That's on me, so probably a well-liked teammate if I was a guessing man. That's all part of the gig here. You know, you want to climb the ranks, you want to be a good player, but you want to be a good teammate in person as well. And that I know for sure. It's Greeno now. Unintentionally moves it across to Howard. He's got a man streaking in Martin. A shot there. Higgs kicks it aside. The rebound was there, but a real good rebound control there by Lydia Higgs. That was another centering pass. That goes through the high slot. Back to the point. Greeno had that bounce off his stick. But he's going to carry it now. Greeno looks like he's added a few inches to his size this year. Always interesting to see at this level what it's like. Now nice chip pass now as Johnson in. He's got a step to the backhand, save by Harvey. The rebound comes right out into the high slot area, but the Whalers were completing a change. So nobody home there for the blue and green. Wakeham. Right side, Taylor, nice exchange there with Chip. Chip chips it in, does exactly what his name suggests here as Tommy Ferguson will pick it up in full swoop here. He had the puck taken away from him, but luckily his teammates were in good defensive positioning here. Rude. Couldn't hang on to it. So now the Whalers are just going to chip it down inside the Valley zone. Underneath 10 minutes to go here in the first frame. Poked free into the high slot. McLaughlin on the left side picks it up. He'll go over to Rude on the left side. Couldn't get it through to his intended target. A backhand try there, short side from Taylor. Got it up in a hurry. It's a shot from the point there, kicked aside by Harvey. Katsopoulos chips it in deep, able to hold the line. Now is McDougall, slots up defensively to help out as well. As that puck gets chipped through the neutral zone. Wakeham back for it just inside his own blue line. Chipped off Taylor at the bench, and they knew they had too many, but you could hear the crowd yelling for it. But they do, in fact, have to have control or at least make a play at the puck for that to be called. Could have 9 guys on the ice in front of the bench, but if you don't touch it and they don't affect the play, then no harm done. My point is, good heads up at the bench there. So Wildcats will swing it back. They're going to work the inside. Now as Ferguson strips that. He's going to walk in over the line. He's got Wakeham to beat. Shot there. Blocker aside by Higgs. Chipped in deep. Lonergan back to the point. Shot coming from distance, and that one goes wide. McKay now slotting down. Sear will finish this check. Spin around shot there off a skate and wide. Chipped off the wall. Great job there. Grady Rolls. Slot it back for that D-man who jumped into the play. Everybody's got somewheres to be. Anybody who's played the game knows if you're that forward that slots back for that D jumping in the play, that puck always seems to find you. Pinned up in the corner now. Still there, referee right on site telling them to move it. Puck comes free now. Katsopoulos ties his man up. Sear down in the high slot. Good job defensively. He saw the open man, and that's the name of the game as well in the defensive zone. Find a guy. Make sure he can't be hit. Now we're going to have a delayed penalty. And we're going to have a boarding call here against Ollie Bruce. So the Wildcats will head to the first power play of the game and their first power play. We'll see if they can come up with an early goal here on home ice. Face off to the left side of Higgs. It's going to be Rolls and Taylor on the draw. Two number 9s going at it. Puck is not down. New center for Dartmouth. Puck go to there. That was Greeno. He's going to work on the right side. He wants to fire a shot. It was tipped in front. It's in the crease. Higgs looking for it. Good job by the Whalers to clear the front of the net. Wildcats doing everything they can to take the eyes away from Higgs here. End up in the corner there. 2-on-2 down there in the corner. Dartmouth just trying to eat the clock. Now the third man comes in for the Valley. Craig down there battling hard. You can just see it in the corner of your screen. Taylor will ease off now. Great kill over there. But the Valley's going to come away with the puck. Wildcats back up top. Greeno gets it on the right side. He walks to the middle. Stops up. He'll move it to Debo on the left side. Debo down low for Rolls. Rolls spins away. Delayed penalty on the way here for the Whalers once they touch up, and they will here now. Not entirely sure who's going to be penalized here, and there it is. There is Norton Connors for interference, and the coach wants to have a quick word with the official. So quick chat. Happy with the response, maybe not. Either way, made it look like he was, so that's the name of the game. Body language key. So 5-on-3 here for 1:08. A big task here for the Whalers. Good communication so far from the up top forwards. Going with the revolving triangle here. Hooked off the stick. Back to the point. Fowler. Returns a favor over to the right side. Walking down. Back up top into the slot. Fowler. Slots in. Left side. Backdoor pass, another backdoor pass. Maybe it was a shot. Just rolled through the crease area there. 30 seconds left to go in the first penalty. Fowler sets it up once again. They're going to go down low. Lots of space down there. Saucer into the middle. Opportunity shot. They score. And it is going to come off the stick of Hunter Martin. Took a real good feed from Rude. And all of a sudden it's 1-0 Wildcats. So that is going to be a power play goal. That'll get rid of the first penalty, but the Wildcats will remain on the power play here for another 1:16, barring a goal, of course. So perfectly placed shot. Higgs started to move to the right, and Martin went back to the left side there, and not much you can do in that situation if you're a goaltender. Face-off taken here by the Wildcats. McKay swings back in his own zone. They're going to widen things out here. That puck goes all the way across to the far side. And over the line. Drops it back. Valley trying to get set up here once again. McKay on the left side. Moves it down deep. Over to the middle of the ice. Ferguson maybe had a lane, but Jude Sim was there to disrupt. And that's going to come outside the line there on a good poke from Sim. It's going to be whistled on the offside. So we'll have a face-off just in front of the Whalers bench. 49 seconds left to go now in the man advantage. Shots on goal 6-4 in favor of the Wildcats here so far. That face-off won cleanly by the Whalers, and that's going to be sent the length of the ice. Harvey is going to come out and leave that there for his D-man McKay. McKay is going to move it to the right side right away. Turned over. It's Mosier. Tries to pull it. Turned it over. And now it's going to be poked free once again. Now Mosier in a foot race here with McKay. Mosier off his skate. Tries to drag it. Nice little try on the move there, but now he's going to be caught behind the play. Stretch pass back the other way. That's not going to have enough for icing, so Craig back to get it. He turns and he fires that back down the ice. Harvey out to play that. Leaves it there for his D-man. LaRue on the forecheck. Stretch pass. Rolls. Nice exchange there. As now Ferguson's going to come in with full speed. Tries to go back door for Gallant, and good defensive play there from Wakeham. Just gets a stick on it. Enough to disrupt things. Another shot there, point blank from Greeno. Nice save, Higgs. Vaughtlin down low. Ferguson went for the hit. Sim couldn't get there. Greeno able to hold the line. Sim lost his stick. Back door. Rolls. Back to Greeno. Shot there. Big save, Higgs. The rebound is cleared into the feet. Hits Dan. Another shot there off the side of the post. Mayhem in front. McLaughlin now holds the line. LaRue. He finds it. Danton able to clear that down, and that's going to be it for the power play. 1 goal on the 5-on-3. We're back to even strength. Greeno. Opportunity comes in, shot there. That one goes wide. So Diebel loops back in his own zone. Up the left side for McGuire, gets a stick on it. That'll get in deep as Gallant will head for a change. McGuire will get in on the forecheck as Robichaud turns it over. Opportunity now for Chisholm. Chisholm, cutback move. Nice cutback once again there as he reversed it back for Taylor. Taylor being pressed there. Robichaud flying here in the first period. He's going to separate from the puck now, but it's the Whalers who come away with it. McDougall got a stick on it. That's going to be waved off on the icing as Keating goes back to collect. 2:50 left to go here in the first period. The left side, too hot to handle. As Taylor now looks for it. Finds it. He'll move it back to his D-man, Craig. Craig for Norton Connors. Up the left side. Stick battle now. Taylor almost coming away with that as he almost got in behind. So that's just going to be dumped in the corner. Cross corner dump from the Whalers. Trying to clear. They will get it up the left side. But it's Craig who holds the line. Into the middle of the ice. Chip. Cut back to the middle as he ran into Martin. Body's flying down there on the half wall. Taylor kicks it free. Still finding it. Diebel now collects. Moves it for McLaughlin. Whalers once again. Referee right on sight there too. Almost got caught for the too many. It's Craig. Back for Norton Connors. Connors up the left side. That was chipped by Chip, but didn't quite get in the zone. Now as Sear gets in on the forecheck. Bruce in there to help out as well. Good defensive positioning in the offensive zone there for the Whalers, but it's the Valley back the other way. 3-on-3. Under the stick. Puck comes free. Howard whacks at it. That one goes through the high slot. Chipped off the wall. Martin able to get there. Now is Brown. Away for the Whalers here in transition. In over the line. Nice move. Gets into the forehand there. Tries to sneak it 5-hole. Nice save, Harvey. Just had to close down that bottom part of the net. So that one's going to escape the zone here. Howard in a foot race against Wakeham. Wakeham. Fake cutback move. He creates some space just with some smooth edge work there as he'll work back into the middle of the ice. Opens himself up. Now he's going to fire a loft pass through the middle. Sear takes his man down. The puck's going to find the Wildcats now. Chip pass through the middle. Lonergan over to the right side. Howard is just going to fire that on goal. Higgs redirects that one into the corner. We're in the final minute of play here in the first period. Howard went for the big hit. Macomb got out of the way. A little bit of a size difference, but that never usually matters. It's going to be lofted to the blue line. Not quite out again. Howard over to the right side. Ferguson shot there. Big save, Higgs. Oh, another big save there. She kicked out that left pad in a hurry. Shot there, Ferguson, and then they tip it in front, and Lonergan gets a stick on it, and you got a feel for Higgs there. 3 absolutely point-blank, beautiful saves. And then a deflection from the point is the one that ends up finding the back of the net, and that's going to be Lonergan's first goal as Caleb Howard goes and gets the puck for his teammate. Rowan Lonergan gets a stick on one. And he gets his first goal, so congratulations to him. Always a big moment, something you don't forget. 2-0 Wildcats late here in the first period. Greeno now takes the pass. He's going to work to the right side. Carries. Passes into the middle. Turnaround chance. Rude. Down low. Worked into the corner. Good battle ensuing down there. Taylor reverses sides. Less than 10 seconds to go. Whalers just got to hang on here. Shot towards in front there. Tipped in front, and Higgs, square to the shooter out at the top of the crease, will smother that one up. Just over 4 seconds left to go here in this first period. Face off to the left side of Higgs now. Big win there for the Whalers as Wakeham will just eat that into the corner. Good job by Ferguson there, showing a little respect for his opponent. Just kind of slowly pushed him into the corner, and that's going to do it here for the first 15 minutes. A 2-0 lead for the Wildcats after one period of play. Quick intermission, and we'll be back with the second period here in just a few moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Apple Dome here for period number 2. 2-0 lead for the Wildcats to start this period. And they're going to collect that puck off the face-off, and they're going to fire it in deep. It's amazing how fast the parents pick up that the clock isn't working. Still not going. Big hit over there as the Whalers try and get in behind the D. Ripped inside the zone. The official going to go over and let them know. Chip takes a hit, but good exchange here for the Whalers as they're going to head 2-on-2 back the other way. McDougall just trying to bust wide. It's in the corner now, battling down there. Taylor centers, front. Chip was pressed there. Good battles. That's going to come all the way around to the right side point for Craig, who dumps it in, and it's Taylor. That could have been pretty dangerous there. Luckily, Taylor got out of the way of that one. Now as McGuire takes the outlet pass. McGuire tries to go under the stick. Norton Connors takes the body, and that puck's going to roll in to Lydia Higgs. So according to my clock, 18:44. So I guess we'll give the kids an extra few minutes to play here. Full minute without the clock. Still early in the season, folks. Everyone getting used to their jobs here, including us here up in the booth. Puck's in behind the net now. Wakeham looks for his option as he moves it up the left side. Mosier chips it by Greeno. Wasn't able to get free, though, long enough to make a play. Now is Wakeham. Hooked off his stick as he takes his man down. In over the line now defensively. McLaughlin moves it across for Greeno. Greeno shakes off the first forechecker. He'll carry. Moves it over to the left side now. In over the line. Shot coming. Higgs, the glove save, and she will hang on. Face off to the right side of Higgs. Over into the left corner. Chipped up the left side. LaRue went for the big hit. Johnson steps out of the way. He runs into Wakeham. Now the puck's going to find the left side on Mosier. Mosier, cut back. He takes a bump. Now Gallant through the middle. Chipped free, but it's Wakeham who intercepts. He moves it up the left side now for McDonald. McDonald cuts back, gets around the defender. Now Johnson reaching for it. Fowler uses the net for some protection. Works through the middle. Danton went for the big hit on Ferguson. Ferguson, I would say, pretty close to double his size. But didn't stop Tanner Danton from firing away on that one. Now as Harvey will just leave that there for Ferguson. Danton pressed from behind. That allows McDonald to intercept. It's going to be chipped in behind now. Taylor back up the left side for Sim. Sim takes a bump from Gallant as Ferguson collects here in the neutral zone. Ferguson fired it. Makeham read it. He walks in over the line. Wakeham sides under the stick. He'll get the puck in behind the goal. All the way back to the point. Danton shot there, tipped with a high stick, but it's the Valley who touches up here. Ferguson just initiates the contact there. Him and Sim get tangled up. I think they both start to get frustrated and realize their gear was actually tangled up. Good press there once again from Danton as he causes a turnover, but the Valley now are going to catch the Whalers on a change. Ferguson is just going to softly dump that one in. Higgs came out to play it. Shake move. Job here now. Taylor finally gets bumped off the puck, but it's Bruce who turns it over, moves back to the left side. Can't get the shove play there as McLaughlin. Good defensive play. Good battle down there in the corner as the puck comes free. Bartow Kelly up for Rude. Rude through the middle of the ice. That's going to be to nobody here. He's going to have a foot race back the other way. Taylor softly chips now as Chisholm took a bump there from Robichaud. Back to the left point, McLaughlin. Chipped free through the middle of the ice. Foot race here, but it's going to be Bartow Kelly back for it first. So he's going to bank that off the wall. Chisholm tries an escape move there, but he zigged the same way as the Valley forechecker. Dangerous pass there through the middle. McDonald, good job to get himself back on side, and I think we can all agree that that one was very close. So face off just in front of us here, outside the Valley Wildcats defensive blue line. McKay moves it back for Diebel. Up the left side now as Craig goes back. He'll partner it across for Norton Connors, who chips that off the wall. And that's going to be an icing call here. So we'll go back to the Whalers end zone here. Just to the left of Higgs. Puck's down now, collected by the Wildcats off the draw. McKay, shot towards the crowd. Higgs tracked it through traffic and blockers it away. Craig now, he's going to bank that, but it wasn't out. That needs to go on more of a 90 angle, basically straight off the glass and lofting out into the neutral zone, otherwise potentially an icing. So it's going to be chipped back now, but it's turned away. Whalers trying to get in behind the D here and get sprung. Norton Connors back. Good job defensively to help out here. The Wildcats pick it up, move it back to the right side for McKay. McKay shot there, tipped in front, in the feet of Higgs. And she's able to smother it up. Once again, defensive zone face-off here for the Whalers. All the way around and not out. Chip through the middle of the ice. Wakeham. He's going to slow it down here as he moves it up the left side for Mosier. Mosier tries to poke it to himself. Now as LaRue makes the safe play, and he's going to get it in deep, and that's going to give Mosier a chance to get in there on the forecheck as he takes a bump from Greeno. Greeno, quick short pass up the left side. That's going to be blocked. Icing waved off. As Wakeham goes back to collect. Chipped off the wall. Greeno there to intercept. He fires it across. Nice pass there right across the blue line. Perfect timing play. Drop pass. Ferguson stays with it. Penalty on the way as soon as Dartmouth touches up, and they do now. And it's going to be a holding call, it seems. And it's going to go to Luke Kostopoulos. Didn't like the call, but I can't remember the last time myself or a player truly agreed with one. Power play opportunity here for the Wildcats, who lead by 2. 14-4 are the shots thus far. Keating. Back for Fowler. Fowler moves it down to the half wall on the left side. Back up top for Fowler. He'll move it back for Robichaud towards the goal, and a save made by Higgs. It is covered up. Once again, face off. Good job by the Wildcats to collect off the draw. Keating, right side, tries to go backdoor. Rude. Dartmouth tried to skate the puck out of the zone this time, but they weren't able to, but they get a second chance, and they make good on it here as they clear. Robichaud nearly turned it over. McDonald is going to get in there on the forecheck. That's McDougall, sorry. Those MAC names, they'll get you. Keating. He's going to keep and carry. So he works inside the zone. Now centers it out front. Robichaud, the shot there was blocked along the way as Gallant picks it up. Gallant going to take on Wakeham here. Up for Fowler at the right point. He'll drop it back, and whoa. The lights got real bright in here all of a sudden. Must have paid their power bill recently. It's Keating now. Made the camera view a lot better, that's for sure. Battled over there on the half wall. Last man back here for the Valley is Fowler. Fowler moves it over to the left side. Robichaud. Back across the ice for Fowler. Fowler looking for his options as he scans. Works down low. Now he's going to work it back up top. Robichaud moves it over to the left. Shot coming there. That one goes well wide. That goes all the way around to the far side, but it's Robichaud there to hold the line. Back across again. Nice move. Bartow Kelly walks in. Shot there. He scores. Top bunk. Quick little move to the middle of the ice. And he makes no mistake up over the glove of Higgs. And it's 3-0 Wildcats. Back to center ice we go. Johnson back to his D-man as Norton Connors scans, fires a good hard cross ice pass for Johnson through the middle for Mosier. A little ping pong here through the middle of the ice over to the left side now as the Wildcats enter the zone. Left side shot coming. Higgs the save, and she'll once again cover it up. A couple Valley Wildcats right on the doorstep. 16-4 the shots so far. draw here. Lights keep coming on and off here in the arena. Everyone looking around. Mosier tried to get a move on Greeno. Chip towards the goal. And we're going to have a Valley penalty here, it looks like. So now Whalers will get their power play opportunity here, trailing by 3. Good chance to claw back into this lead now as Wakeham collects off the draw, tries to move it to Taylor, but fanned on the attempt, and the puck rolls out into center ice. Craig across now. Taylor looks for some ice. He's going to walk in. He fires that all the way around to the far side now. McDougall left it there. Taylor cross ice. Going to get set up now. McGuire got beat on the first pass as they'll switch around now across to the left side for Taylor. Taylor towards the goal. Harvey the save. The rebound cleared by Keating as he uses the glass to get that one up and over now as Craig goes back as the last man here for the Whalers. Breako pass. Taylor through the middle. McDougall surprised him, but he was able to collect. And over the line now as he slows up. He's going to carry it in deep, chips it in behind the net now is Wakeham. Move back down low, Taylor to Wakeham. Back to Taylor, cross ice pass for Taylor. Shot there, Harvey stayed up out of the butterfly. Second attempt there from McDougall. Was stopped as well. Good battle there as Wakeham. He wins that stick battle and allows his team to gain possession once again. Over to the top there for Craig. Craig coming, shot there, save made by Harvey as he'll cover it up here. 9:42 left to go here in the second period. 26 seconds left to go on the Whalers man advantage here. Some good zone time. Couple chances here, nothing grade A as of yet. Faceoff's going to come to the right side of Harvey here. Back to the point. Chisholm couldn't knock that one down. Have a foot race here now. It's McLaughlin. He's going to have a step. He'll get in all alone. Tries to shove one short side there, but Higgs took it away. And now we're going to have a whistle here. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Looks like the laces got caught up between the two players. And I'll tell you, the last 3 or 4 years of doing this, I've seen more cages stuck together and more gear stuck together than I've ever seen in my life. Now, maybe it happened back when I was playing, but certainly don't remember anything. So that was a weird one. Both players kind of just frustrated why they couldn't move, but realized their laces were wrapped around each other. Now there's a shot there from the point. Higgs able to get a piece of that. We're now back to even strength. A big kill there by the Valley. Robichaud over there working on 2 Whalers. Now becomes a 2-on-2. It's LaRue in to help out now. Push back inside the zone. Valley now looking for the attack. McLaughlin out front there. He got a stick on it, and that one rolls wide. The point chipped through the middle of the ice. Bartow left it there for Robichaud. Robichaud turned, fired. It's going to go back down inside the Wildcat zone. Back in front, LaRue down low, tried to center. Mosier gets another whack at it, side of the goal. Comes back out into the high slot. That's going to be sent the length of the ice, and that's going to go down onto Higgs, so no icing there. Valley with the long change, so that'll work well for them. Look back in behind, Chisholm. Partners it around, too far for his teammate to reach, so the Valley able to collect here on the fresh legs. Worked around the top of the circle, shot there, Higgs a save, puck still loose at the crease, and now it's going to be covered up. as Higgs battled through a few bodies to find that loose puck, and she smothers it up. So face off to the left side of Higgs now. Martin wins that cleanly, rolls, walks the top of the circle, try to get a shot off, but too many Whalers in the lane. So now Brown picks it up. They'll work it back in behind the net to Craig. Craig stops up and goes back the other way. Craig tries to chip it by Gallant. Gallant able to steal that puck for a moment. Gallant lost a stick in the tie-up here. Chipped inside the zone. Craig finds that loose puck. He's going to work down the left side as he stops up. Gallant couldn't get it out as he tried to slide through the middle of the ice. Now as Sear gets in on the forecheck. Battling down there in the corner. Puck comes free. Rolls with it. He's got Greeno cutting through the middle. He jumps into the play now. Greeno looking for his options. Slides it back to the trailer. McKay. Down deep. Working out of the corner now is Rolls. Rolls had it poked off his stick, but it's back to the point. Shot coming. Greeno, the save made by Higgs. Good, nice, hard, low shot there. Give your team a chance to deflect something. Back to the point. Greeno knocks it down with the hand. He's going to walk the line. The confidence there. Back to the middle. Looking for his options. Just going to slide it down low. Back out front there. They had a good passing play lined up. Just couldn't quite connect. Now Greeno, once again, he's going to have to eat some ice here. Smart. And good heads up there by the officials. He was watching the bench the entire way. That player just leaves his feet up on the boards there. They get the zone entry. A face-off just in front of the Wildcats bench now. 6:22 left to go here in the second period. Wakeham didn't like what he saw, so he's going to carry. Wakeham, nice move in over the blue line. Opportunity shot there. Harvey just got a piece of it. As Danton went for that loose puck, couldn't get it. It rolled off his stick. Poked free. Kostopoulos. Offside waved off at the line. McGuire drops it back for the trailer. Lonergan. Howard now. Swings it down deep. Lonergan with his first goal of his U15 career already in this game. Now is Sim. Picks it up. Fires it across for Danton. Good job there by Danton as he was able to just kind of eat a little bit of ice there that allowed him to pick that puck up. And that's a very small skill set that goes a long way, especially in the run of a game. Now is Wakeham working down. He can't get around the defenders. Sim knocks that puck down out of the air. Battling away. Wakeham able to find that loose puck as he's going to dump that back down inside the zone. So Danton went for the hit there and it bounced off the puck. Now as the puck stays inside the zone. Still at the blue line now as it's ripped back down inside the Wildcat zone. Full change here for the forwards of the Whalers and the defense as well. Full sail change. We're underneath 5 minutes to go now. Fowler just softly dumps that in. Higgs out to play it. Left it there for her defense. Kostopoulos turned it over. Now Wakeham. He's going to go back the other way. Wakeham and over the line. Cuts the middle. Tries to muscle his way into the crease area, but it's Arto Kelly who picks it up. Now Robichaud. Tried to go through the middle. Turned it over. Whalers reaching for that puck. Opportunity to shoot now. They will. Harvey. The rebound there. Poked at. Another save there. Not sure who stopped it. Side of the goal there. They can't bang it home. Good opportunities there from the Whalers. Wakeham. Dangerous at that blue line, but is able to once again hold the line. Taylor back pass. Oh, he had the play there, and McDougall just couldn't pull the trigger. Harvey was going the other way. Now Howard going to fire that one in. As Howard got taken down there. Chip was like barely touched him. Now he comes away with that puck. That's going to go all the way down the ice. Deeble got a stick on it, so no icing on the play. 3.5 minutes roughly to go here. Now is a stretch pass in behind. Ferguson all alone. Ferguson shot there and a bullet way up over the goal. Real good feed there as a long change there. That's where it does benefit you. You get caught looking if you're the Whalers there at the offensive zone. All of a sudden, Ferguson was in behind all alone down there. Chipped off the wall, out to the point, not out. Taylor now retreat back in his own zone. He's going to cut back the other way. Takes a bump there as he moves it up the right side. Bouncing puck. It will get outside the zone now. Johnson. LaRue. Cut back. Nice little play. It's Chisholm. I'll loop it back to his D-man. It's Cole Taylor. Sets up in behind his own goal. Looking for the stretch there, and Wildcats were all over it. And now that's going to be shot out of play. And we're going to have a whistle here with 2:48 left to go in the second. 19-11 the shots now in favor of the Wildcats, who lead this one 3-0. So we're going to have a face-off just in front of the Wildcats bench. I thought it was going to be in front of the Whalers bench, and yes. So that's where that shot originated from, the defensive side of the red line. So that puck will go back there for the face-off. So just in front of the Whalers bench now. Underneath 3 minutes to go. Wildcats have dominated in the face-off circle thus far. It's Martin trying to get free. Taylor squirts it into the middle for McDougall. McDougall down the right side, fires it towards the goal. That one rolls by Harvey. As Greeno gets there. Norton Connors, he's going to send a bouncer in. That'll count as a shot on goal. As Harvey slides out, makes the pad save. Greeno flushed out from one side of the net. Now he's just going to carry. Greeno looks a little bigger and a little faster this season, which is a scary thought. There's Greeno walked in off the crossbar. The rebound, they score. Grady rolls, cleaning up the garbage in front. And what was a great individual effort there from Trip Greeno. Started from his own end, worked all the way down the ice, ripped it off the crossbar, and the puck just came bouncing out. And a tough bounce there for Higgs. So 4-0 lead now. Wakeham just going to fire that in deep. Harvey out to play it there as he leaves it for his D-man. Nearly turned it over, the back door, shoving at it. Whacking away in front, all kinds of chaos. Arms up, and now the whistle's going to go. So it looks like it's going to be Greeno heading to the box here for interference. He had one job to do down there in front of the net, and that was clean house, and he does that, but he ends up getting penalized for it. So the Whalers now with another opportunity late in this period to get one here on the power play and cut into this lead. Back to front there. Wakeham spins around, moves it across for Taylor. Taylor, cut back. He's going to move it across to the right side for Craig. Craig spins off. Lonergan up on him. Jack Taylor now. He's going to keep. Looks down low. Oh, front there through the feet of McDougall now as Craig slots down, but it's poked out into the neutral zone. Now is Taylor. 90 seconds left to go here in the second period. Robichaud flushes him out. Good move off the back of the net there. That one only works 7 out of 10 times probably. Craig takes the pass as he comes through underneath for support. He'll carry it inside the zone. Stops up, trying to get his Whalers team set up. Now is McDougall into the middle. Shot towards the goal. Harvey the save. Now is McKay. Weakly pokes at that one. Back to the point. Taylor walks the line. Craig back down low. McDougall tried to sneak one through. Short side there. Harvey the save. Now the whistle's going to go. The puck was free. But lost sight of it. Down there in the corner was the official, which makes total sense. So Whalers clawing back in the shot department here, getting a couple of good looks here in front of the net. So face off here. 58.8 seconds left to go now in this second period. Pinned up against the end wall. 3 Whalers in there to peel that puck, go to the crowd. Battling there. Can't get freed up. Johnson now. He's tried to go back door. It was off the feet. Higgs on the way to the bench there as a delayed penalty here to the Valley. Good heads up by her. It's going to be a hooking call. That's going to be Jesse Gallant heading to the sin bin here. 38 seconds left to go in the Greeno penalty. He's going to have a friend in there. Not exactly the time you're trying to hang out, but always makes it a little easier to have your bud in there with you. That coming from somebody who spent a ton of time in the penalty box. That being me. So 5-on-3 here for 40.2 seconds. And then barring 2 quick goals, the Whalers will start the third on a power play here, but going to try and get something into the back of the net here before the end of the period. Wakeham right at the top. Tipped in front there. Harvey the save kind of trickled behind him. That was the play they were looking for. And this is my least favorite play in hockey, folks, when they pin it up against the wall like that. As you whack and whack and whack, and eventually you can't get it out, so you start to run bodies, and that's where it gets dangerous. But that's just me getting older. Now it's a backdoor pass. 15 seconds. Wakeham shot there. Harvey the save. Rebound. Another shot there. Was blocked in front. Johnson in there to help out. Just chaos in front of the Valley net. Wakeham shoots through a crowd. Harvey able to track it. He makes a save there late in the period. Whalers looking for one last shot there. They get it. And complete flurry madness in front of the Wildcats bench. But this second period ends in a 4-0 lead here for the Wildcats. We will head to an intermission with a flood, and we'll be back with the third period action. You are watching the Nova Scotia High Button Sports U15 Major Hockey League live on High Button Sports. We'll be back to the third period when we return. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Apple Dome here in beautiful Berwick, Nova Scotia for this third period between the Dartmouth Whalers and the Bage Valley Wildcats. The Wildcats a 4-0 lead heading into the final 20 minutes. The teams are at center, and we are ready to go now as Greeno just fired that one the length of the ice. Totally forgot they were on the penalty kill here to start for another minute and 10. That water, I mention it all the time, the third defender out there for both these teams. Really have to be aware out there when you're moving in behind your net, especially down by the Zamboni doors where they make that turn is where the water likes to land. Always cursed my teammates back in the day for not letting that dry before you go out, because the more you skate on the wet ice, the choppier it gets. But we won't go too much further into that as the Whalers enter the zone here. Wakeham takes the pass. He's going to leave that there for Taylor. Taylor scoots his way down the right side. Pass in front there, and Craig just couldn't bear down on the stick long enough to make the play. It's McDougall. Quick chip pass back to Wakeham. Wakeham spin around. Back down low. McDougall pass out front. Excuse me there. As Wakeham holds. Fires it across. That'll get through the feet of Craig. Craig moves it across for Taylor. Taylor looking for his outlet. He's going to carry though. Down the right side, rolls. Pushes him off the puck now as we're back to even strength. Greeno fired that up the ice. And now the Whalers caught with too many men on the ice. Is the call. That puck got dumped down by Greeno. Not sure if he was aware or not, but you can surprise players jumping over the bench and just fire it their way, and your reaction as a player is just to grab it. So another power play opportunity here for the Wildcats to extend their lead. So Rolls and LaRue on the draw here. Face off won by the Wildcats. Shot there, that was blocked. Puck lands into the high slot. Rolls went for the hit. It's Johnson now on the forecheck. Diebel across for Gallant. Gallant. He's going to carry. Nice little move there as he moves it across to the right side. Arto. Shot there coming from a distance. Tipped in front. Rolls wide of the net. Recollected here by the Wildcats. Another shot coming. Blockered away from Higgs. Fowler. Down low. Rolls. Opportunity, drags, pass it down low for Gallant. Gallant tries to shovel it in at the side of the goal. That's going to come all the way down the ice. So it's going to roll down onto Harvey. Harvey stops that there. He's just going to leave it for Fowler. Halfway through the first, or sorry, not the first, halfway through the power play here. Fowler fires one across. Robichaud. And over the line. Shot there, Higgs the save. That one up near the collarbone area. And that one's going to be lofted down the ice. Harvey's going to come out to play that in the corner here as he leaves it there for McKay. McDonald on him. Tries to bank one off the feet. That's exactly what I would have done. But that puck's going to go back the other way now. That's the downside of that play, is if it misses, it goes all the way out into the neutral zone. Now as Ferguson fires one towards the goal. Rimmed around to the far side. McLaughlin couldn't hang on. Now as McKay will retreat back here in his own zone. Quarter of a minute left to go in the man advantage. Working out of the zone slowly. He's going to move it over to the right side. McKay, nice little drop back, but just a little bit of confusion here on the breakout, but they will get it up ice now as they enter the zone. It's going to be dumped the length of the ice here. So that'll do it for the power play. Back to even strength. Big kill by the Whalers, especially if they want to get back into this one. And small little detail there from Harvey, and that's some Thomas Durant stuff right there. He saw his D-man coming back. He was a right-handed shot, so he pulled it to his forehand side instead of just leaving it there blindly. A very small detail that I do remember coaches going over back in the day, on the especially in the U18 division playing. His coach would make sure that the goalie got his work in behind the net there. So anyways, real good job there on a small thing from Harvey. Now Greeno is going to work his way through traffic. Tries to center there and gets it through as Diebel goes back up top for Ferguson. Ferguson Down to the right side. Opportunity to shoot. They do. Higgs the save. Rebounds there, and it's cleared out of harm's way. Nice glove save there. Greeno partners it across for Debo. Back to Greeno. Greeno loops in front of his own net. He's going to cut back and behind his own goal. There now is Sear. Good press. Team of young ladies coming in behind me. Got the speaker going, getting fired up for the game. Now is Greeno. Walks in over the line. Shot there. That one just goes wide. Back down deep. Nice pass out front. Rude couldn't pull the trigger. Turnaround shot there. He scores. Second attempt comes through. And that's going to be Benjamin Rude. Make it 5-0 Wildcats here with 15-13 left to go here in the third. Puck pushed forward off the draw. Dumped inside the zone. Chisholm back for it there. Taylor threw a little bit of a screen, maybe unintentional, but stopped his D-man from getting hit. Centering pass in the crease. Whacking at it there. Can't find it. Now as it's back the other way, McDonald is going to lead the charge here. McDonald tries to go through Greeno. McDonald dumps it back down inside the zone. Chipped around to the far side. Danton. He takes a bump. McDonald shot there on Harvey, and he's going to find that through a little bit of a crowd as he slides out of the net and covers it up. So we'll have a defensive zone face-off here for the Wildcats. 24-22 the shots now in favor of the Bage Valley Wildcats here, who lead 5-0 now. Dougal setting up the face-off, but he ends up losing the draw. Taylor released off the face-off, but it's Gallant. Took a hit to make a play. Now soft chip in behind. Like that play there. No need to rifle that. Just wanted to get it to your teammate. Make sure he's able to pick it up. Gallant. At the left side, Howard tried to whack that inside the zone, but it was Taylor who intercepted. Up ice, that's going to be tipped from the wrong side of the red line, so that's going to be an icing call. Just this period and one more game left here for the action here this afternoon. U18 majors down in Summerside for a showcase. A face off to the right side of Higgs now. Tied up off the draw line. He's just trying to protect his chicklets there. Now as Taylor heads off the face off. He's going to make a move down the left side. He's got a step on Bartow now, but Martin's back in plenty of time to help defensively. Bartow, reverse play back the other way. McGuire, not as much urgency as Chip there as Chip throws the hit. That actually, I believe, wasn't offside, but nobody touched it, so no big deal. Now is McKay. Walks in over the line. Shot there. Higgs the save. The rebound's loose. McKay finds it. Or sorry, that's Martin. Sounded out. Martin gets the return pass down low. Looking for the return in front. Higgs whacks it away with the paddle. Back over top. McLaughlin. Nice pass across for Rolls. Rolls just out of his reach. Craig leans on him. Taylor in to help out, as well as McGuire down there in the corner, just on the left side of your screen. Puck's going to go all the way back the other way. Harvey tried to clear it, couldn't get anything on it. And it was turned over and held inside the zone, but it's Rolls back now. Up ice pass. Martin able to get a stick on as that goes inside the Dartmouth zone. Craig back to collect. McGuire on him. Craig moves it over for Norton Connors. Norton Connors. He's going to hit the getaway sticks there. Try to make a move. Turned it over, though. There's Ferguson. Nice move. Powers his way into the backhand. Nice save, Higgs. Didn't quite get what he wanted on it. But a good power move there from the big man, Ferguson. LaRue back the other way. Inside out. Greeno was licking his chops there, looking for that hit. Puck ends up coming free as he picks it up, moves it up to Lonergan. Now it's Greeno through a crowd. He's going to make his way up ice. Good first step on him this year. Ran out of real estate, so he fires it in deep. Chipped out front all the way back. Greeno, an opportunity to shoot. He does. It was blocked. Sitting there at the top, off the post and in the back of the net. And that's going to make it 6-0 Wildcats here. It looks like Lonergan is second of the game and second of the season. He finds that loose puck in front, and it just hit the post and trickled in. So Lonergan finding a spot for him in front of the net there, and that's going to be his office for this foreseeable future, it seems. Now Ferguson in over the line. He makes a move inside out. Comes all the way down onto Higgs, and she will hang on to that with 3 red jerseys on the doorstep. Ferguson off the draw. Shot there, and that one tipped up. Into the netting. Another face-off here to the left side. Face-off one. Brown pushes it to the side. Now Bruce fires it through the right side, just out of the reach of Sim. Sim in on the forecheck. Puck changes sides. Brown finishes his hit. So it's rimmed around to the far side now. Taylor went for the hit. Bruce in to help out. Back to the point. Taylor fires there. It was blocked by Barteau. Got it in the open palm. Back to the point it goes. Held in at the line. Partnered across. Taylor looking for some traffic. Fires one at the goal. Harvey the save, and now he's going to pounce on that and cover it up. Face off to the left side of Harvey here as we approach the halfway mark of this period. Puck's laying in the high slot area there as it's cleared by the Wildcats. Now a good outlet pass for Rolls. Chipped off the wall. That's going to get by everybody, but Danton's going to, thought he was going to win the race there, but he does not, so it's going to be an icing. Nice little move off the draw. Howard pokes that free. McGuire out front there. Bouncing puck goes up and over the goal. Goes all the way back to the point. Held in there by the Wildcats. McGuire looks up the half wall. Gets taken down. Shot coming. Tipped in front. Higgs whacks it into the corner. Okay, shot there. Higgs the glove. Got a piece of it. Lands on the back of the net. Whacking at it in the crease. Not sure what happened to Norton Connors down there, but he struggled to get back to the bench. Anybody in that family, I think, is probably going to be hard-pressed to stay out of this game. Cut back move, McDonald. Rolls, leans onto him. Picked up the left side, just out of the reach there. The intended target is Craig. Collects. Passes it up for Brown. Brown and over the line. Fires it towards the goal. Harvey redirects that in behind the net. Whacked up on the back of the mesh there. Oh, front Harvey had to be sharp there, and he was, and the whistle goes. As the faceoff's going to stay inside the Valley Wildcats zone here. Down once again, cleanly won by the Wildcats here off the draw. Held in. Corner, Diebel moves it across for Greeno. Greeno quickly up the right side for McLaughlin. Off his skate and held in. Into the middle. Brown, opportunity to shoot there. Took a little bit too long. That allowed the Wildcats to get into the shooting lane there as Sim goes in, finishes his check on Greeno. Greeno chips it softly around into a quiet zone. Lonergan on Hattie watch here. Katsopoulos, that's going to be dumped in. That'll go by Harvey. Icing waved off. Diebel back for it. Chipped up the left side. Into the middle of the ice now. McLaughlin chips it free. Wakeham back for it. He's going to fire that off the glass, off the Wildcats' glove, and out of play. So if I'm not mistaken, that should come outside unless they've changed the rule that I'm unaware of. So there you go. Dump back down inside the zone. Gallant giving chase. Go to the corner. Gallant being pestered from behind now. 8 minutes, 8 seconds left to go. Back up to the point. Ferguson holds the line as he clogs it up on the wall. Cross ice pass. Nobody home there for the Whalers as it goes back down inside the zone. Higgs out to play it. Leaves it there for her defender. Nice reverse play back the other way. This is where you got to move up ice. Once you create that space in behind the goal, it's got to go north. Turned and fired into the bench once again, so the face-off will come back down inside the Wildcat zone. .38 left to go here. Back to the point. Taylor takes it wide on the right side. Robichaud in that lane. McLaughlin reaching for it. LaRue in on the forecheck. Mosier in there as well. McKay back to his partner. Right side. Oh, no. Oh! And then a big hit there, and they're going to let that go. And now we have a player down there for the Valley. Trainer coming out here. Once I know who it is, we don't show the injured player, as I'm sure you're aware here if you're new to the program. That's kind of how it goes. Once the hit and all the brouhaha kind of moves aside, we take the camera off the player laying on the ice out of respect to them. Puck had already started to head up ice there when the hit was made, so I didn't get a chance to see it. Still don't know who it is. Coach is going to ask the players just to go back to the bench. Give them some space. See, if this were 10, 15 games into the season, I'd probably be able to tell you just based on the skates, but helmet is off now. Not sure if the camera's caught it. So, folks, we're just going to step aside here for a second. Once I get some information, I'll relay it to you the best I can. All right, folks, so it looks like they are going to send the players to their rooms here for a few moments, and like I said, we'll step aside. If I get any info, I'll be sure to relay it. All right, folks. Tried to get some information for you. It looked like it was Charlie McLaughlin, number 22, based on the info. Now, he did end up getting up, and I would say 90% got off on under his own power. So that's the first good sign. And you know, sometimes you get shaken up there and you just aren't really sure what's going on, and we just hope nothing but the best for him. So I didn't really get to see the hit. Now, the one thing we do have this season is the ability to rewind, so feel free to do so. I did have a quick peek at it. Just looked like a crunched head against the glass. Not to discredit how serious that could be, but potentially could have been a lot worse. So we, like I said, we just hope nothing but the best, and it's always tough to come back right after those plays, folks, but we're 7:03 left to go in the third period here, and we're back to game action here. Greeno trying to get rid of it. Able to get it down the ice. Craig couldn't handle it. Lonergan in on the forecheck. Katsopoulos chips it over to the left side. Puck's going to come all the way over to the neutral zone. Greeno. Fanned on the pass attempt. Soft chip over to the right side for Ferguson. Ferguson shot there. Bullet. That one goes up and out of play. 6:24 left to go. Face off to the left side of Higgs here, down in the Whalers' end zone. Chipped off the wall now. Sear. He's got Danton with him. 2-on-1 forming here. Look at the back check from Gallant. Sear. Left side shot. Rebound in front. They score. Following up, Mason Wakeham. Good shot for a rebound from Sear, and the Whalers will strike. So 6-1. They'll break the shutout dreams of Jonah Harvey there. Just a perfectly placed shot. Not much the goaltender could do there. Gallant trying to poke that free. He's battling over there. All kinds of chaos over there in front of the Valley bench. Now it's just going to be chipped in and couldn't quite get it in, but now Bartow Kelly will get in there once again. Final 5 minutes of play here. Wakeham in behind his own goal. Skates out, chips it off the wall. Now it's Danton in a foot race for it here as he works down the right side. And fires it towards the goal. Never a bad idea. Couple extra pushes in front. Linesman, good job to get in there, and it is number 22. And if you actually look in your screen just down underneath the scoreboard there, heading into the medical room, but he was walking on his own, so just trying to pull any positive sign that I can here for them. A face off to the left side of Harvey now. To the corner, pinned up against the wall. Pushed out of the zone now. McKay leads the charge up ice. Into the middle, try to hit the trailer McGuire. Norton Connors chips that out, and we're going to have another whistle here. The faceoff's going to come down inside the Whalers zone here. All the way back to the point. Shot there. Higgs the save. Rebound comes loose. McKay centers it through the crease. Trying to whack away at it. Trying to go upstairs. Higgs the save. Another opportunity in front. Whalers trying to clear house here. Now it worked in behind. Martin back for McKay. McKay shot. McDougall blocked it. Craig looking for that loose puck. Now it's going to come up the right side. McKay gets the red line and gets it back in deep. Higgs came out to play it, couldn't handle it. Martin centers it. Taylor the only one available. McDougall just missed that one as it goes back down into the Valley zone. McKay. Nice little back pass there. Knew where his teammate was. Now it's a cross ice pass. Off the skate of Rude. Tried to pick it up, skate to stick. Gets in on the forecheck as that puck exits the zone. Chipped free. Back for it is Greeno. Last one back here for the Wildcats. McKay hits Ferguson on the swing through. He's going to enter with speed. Three Whalers collide. And now Greeno wide open backdoor. Nice save, Higgs, and the rebound was right there. And an early Christmas gift there for Trip Greeno, as he was all the way up in the play, and he makes it 7-1. But can we go back for a second and talk about that first save from Higgs? Quite literally all alone at the back post, and she had to respect the shot there from Ferguson, and all of a sudden slid across and made a great save. And with the three Whalers colliding in the middle of the ice there, it was a little bit tough for them to get back defensively. So tough break there for Higgs after a great save. So now Ferguson works in. He's going to keep the music playing here, which I don't mind. Shot towards the goal. That one was knocked aside. Ferguson went for the hit. Now a bouncing puck go front. So that's Greeno from Ferguson, as that one's going to be lofted down the ice. That one's going to get in on goal, though, as Harvey waited till the last second. It's Greeno moved it up the left side. Howard chipped it into the middle. Now McLaughlin comes through to collect. He's going to work it off the wall. Ferguson fired across ice. Howard, real good job to pick that up with the skate. He knew what he was doing the entire time. Now as they get in on the forecheck, Taylor initiates contact. He's going to come away with puck. Howard. Hard on the back check. Got a good piece of Taylor there. And now he's going to follow it up, try and make a play here, but it's the Whalers who come away with the puck. Moved it over to the right side. Katsopoulos couldn't get around, so he dumps it in. He gets in on the forecheck there. Good job by Mosher to ease back, but now he's got an opportunity to find a loose puck towards the goal. Tipped in front. Harvey's just going to scoot that one aside. So that one's chipped out to the blue line. Wakeham able to knock that down as he holds it again. Chipped off the wall. Wakeham, nice move. Cuts back into the middle of the ice. Works his way. He's just going to try and muscle his way through, and he was about 80% through and gets hauled down. They wanted a penalty, but I think it might have been just a good defensive play where he ran into a traffic jam. Now is Gallant. Referee trying to scoot his way out of the ice. Gallant comes in to help out. Down low. He takes a bump. Squeezed out front there. Nice little turnaround by Lonergan. There's a shot towards the goal. He is gloved down by Higgs. Puck's down now. Final minute 40 here in this third period. As Sear leads the charge here. Nice move, gets in, walks all the way in, walks, shot there. He had a man open back door on both sides, but Harvey able to make the glove save there, point blank. Just a quick stop up inside the blue line allowed Sear to get in behind. 7-1 lead, you're going to take that risk defensively, but in those tighter games, you might be getting a quick chat there from the coach. Now is right off the face-off. Dartmouth will shove one at the goal once again. So we'll go right back where we started here. Puck squirts out into the neutral zone now. As McGuire back the other way, one-on-one. McGuire in on Norton Connors. Norton Connors keeps him to the outside. Puck pushed back into the middle of the ice. We got a little bit of a shoving match, and behind the net there now is a potential 2-on-1 here for the Whalers. Backdoor, oh, and they were looking for Danton at the back post, but Harvey got a toe on it. Looking for his first. It'll be the final minute to play here in the third period. Dartmouth pressing late. Okay, able to come away with that puck now as Sear went for the hit, and he got taken down there, as they're going to have some extra words in behind the play. Down the other way go the Wildcats. Rolls, carries, centers. Oh, front there's Higgs got a piece of it. A little premature there on the victory song. There's Danton. He slides under a hit. He's able to get that puck in deep. That's Greeno back for it. And Greeno's going to go for one last rip here down the right side. Shot there. That goes wide. Final 14 seconds of the game. Hit thrown down there. We're going to have some extra stuff here. And the whistle goes with 4 seconds left now. Face-off's going to go down in the Valley Wildcat zone as Robes is penalized. So pretty well on puck drop. This one will be concluded. 35-30, the shots in favor of the Whalers here. So despite being down by 6, they came back into the shooting department and got some chances, but that's going to do it here. The Wildcats will take a 7-1 victory here on home ice against the Whalers, and that'll conclude our coverage.